Are you having problems promoting your vodcast? A lot of vodcasters come to me and ask what they can do to promote their show. So I'm going to share my top 5 ways to promote your vodcast and grow your audience on the cheap. Here we go. Okay, so I'm going to mention a few names that I think you all know by now. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch. Okay, all those platforms you should be on. There are so many different social media platforms that vodcasters can be on that they don't really take advantage of. So for instance, if everybody has a Facebook, okay, whether you have a personal page or a business page or a Facebook group that you started for your vodcast or for your podcast, everybody has a Facebook. So that's kind of a given. I mean, any average person knows that promoting on Facebook is the number one way to share with your friends and family. It's to try to build up your audience, to give them a place to go. Everybody has a Facebook, right? Okay. So not a lot of vodcasters know that there's a huge podcast and vodcast community on Twitter. Twitter can be really, really awesome for vodcasters because there's a lot of interaction with the community of vodcasters, of podcasters. The community is great as far as sharing your episodes and getting the word out, for you. It could work to your advantage. I know for me personally, Twitter has been pretty successful in the past. Another platform that you're going to have to get into if you're going to vodcast is obviously YouTube. So YouTube is the platform to be on for video, obviously. But TikTok is up and coming. It's popular among the younger generation, among the kids. You may think that TikTok may not be good for your show, but it's another platform. I'm a firm believer that you should be on as many platforms as you possibly can because it'll increase your audience. It'll increase the view and the downloads, and it'll just be beneficial to you to be on as many platforms as you possibly can. Now, you might not think that being on Twitch, when I say the word Twitch, a lot of people think of gaming. Okay, and you don't have to necessarily be a gaming vodcast to be on Twitch. Twitch just recently opened up a new category in this system for podcasts. So you can now stream your vodcast over on Twitch. So one of the ways you can do promotions for your show are Facebook ads, Instagram ads. Those are just a couple of ways to do paid ads. That'll cost a little money, that'll come out of your pocket, but you don't want to run those right off the bat. Okay, because you want to figure out what kind of audience you're pitching to. Okay, something you think might work might not. So you don't know unless you test the waters. And you test the waters by basically doing this. What you do is you do a live show, and then let's say you do a live show on Monday. Okay, Tuesday comes. What you do is you take your phone and you play the video on your computer screen, on your monitor, and you open up your camera on your phone and you record the video of your live show on your phone. Okay, so you could start the video off like this. Hey, this is John. I just want to let you guys know that last night I went live on Facebook. Go check it out. It's all about promoting your vodcast. You're not going to want to miss this. So you're basically filming the screen, handheld, and you take that video and you post it to Twitter. Okay, because now what you're doing is that you're telling your Twitter audience that, hey, you went live last night on Facebook. Here's a clip of the video where you talk about some specific content on how to promote your vodcast. And hopefully you're taking that audience on Twitter and bringing them over to Facebook. Say, hey, I got to watch that. I can't miss that. So that's just one little trick that you can do to market and do a little promotional material for your show. So now I know I've spoken about how social media is really the get-all and you really need to be on every platform, but you can post until you're blue in the face and you might not get a lot of hits. Okay, you might not get a lot of downloads. You may not get a lot of followers, but that is all dependent on the hashtags. Okay, using certain hashtags, I'm really sure that you guys know all about the hashtags. You guys probably aren't newbies about this, but the point is that you have to use the right ones. So some of the right ones that I've found personally are on Twitter. If you use the hashtags like Monday morning or Tuesday morning, Wednesday morning, depending on what day it is, usually that gets a lot of views. What you can also use is like hashtag podcaster, hashtag podcasting, hashtag podcast, hashtag podnation. So it all depends on the hashtags that you use. Do a little research, do research into hashtags about what your show is about or what your episode is about, and then use those hashtags. Now, there's a lot of people that go back and forth on this because some people will say, well, use the hashtags that are really popular, that get like 1 million views that you see. When you type in on Instagram, it tells you the hashtag podcast has like 1.5 million uses. So what you do is that I've found a lot of success with using hashtags that only have a couple 100,000 uses in my post. So like 125K. It'll say, and because the point of that is that it's not oversaturated, it's not overused. Because if anybody goes on Instagram and says hashtag podcast or hashtag Vodcast, then you're gonna see millions of posts, and your post is gonna get lost, and barely anybody is gonna see it. Not only do I like to use the 1 million, 2 million use hashtag, but I also like to use the lesser ones, like the 125,000, 200,000, around there. And it's useful. All right, everybody. So I wanted to let you know that I'm putting out a course that's dropping on October 1st, and it's all about vodcasting. Okay, it's called the Vodcaster Master Course, and it's going to be available up on my website at VodSquad.Live. So type that into your web address bar and visit the website, check it out. Okay, I'm dropping knowledge in the blog, and I'm dropping knowledge in the courses. So go check them out. You're going to love them. If you want to up your game and level up your podcast, you're not going to want to miss it. So go check it out. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in today. I put together a free ebook for you describing the different levels of vodcasting equipment. It goes from beginner level to intermediate to advanced. So it breaks it down and it explains to you what the best pieces of equipment are to use on the cheap, okay, if you don't have much money. But if you do have money to spend and you're looking to get really good equipment, I have that up on our website at VodSquad.Live. Go download it. Go get it. It's for free. So like I said, on October 1st, I'll be dropping the courses. It's the Vodcasters Masterclass. And it'll go over everything of designing your overlays, creating banners, basically leveling up your podcast to a vodcast, and everything you need to create an awesome live show. So I'll teach you the ins and outs of vodcasting. So when you actually do go live, or you create a YouTube channel and you start vodcasting and creating videos, you're going to look like a pro. So you're not going to want to miss it. And of course, don't forget to show your support for this show and hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you next time, everybody. Thanks.